My name's Ed Balls. I'm the Labour Shadow Chancellor, but I'm the Labour and Co-operative MP for Morley and Atwood, and I'm here at the TUC in London for the annual Co-op conference. It's a really important conference because it's just 7 months to go till the general election. It's been a tough year for our Co-operative Party, but in the hall I think there was a real energy and vibrancy. I think Gareth and Karen have done a great job, and we're looking forward to the election. Well, the Enable Works company in my constituency, which is run as a mutual, happened because of the Conservative government ending Remploy. They've done a brilliant job, and they now are expanding. They've got some great contracts. Over 30 people, people with learning disabilities or physical disabilities, making a big contribution. And I want to do anything I can to allow that kind of cooperative or social enterprise to succeed and grow. And there might be times when you've got a concern which is which ought to be a going concern, where the management wants to close it down. And if there's a way in which you can have the employees taking over and making a success of it in the future, that's something we should be supporting, I think, definitely. Well, I think the good thing is we have independent competition authorities in our country, and following actually pressure from Labour and cooperative MPs and from all those kind of things, what we've seen is the independent competition authorities responding. There are now big investigations going into banking and into energy. In the case of banking, it's hard to bring in more competition by establishing new challenger banks. The regulation is difficult, the financial strictures are tough, but we need more competition because at the moment our banking and our consumer lending markets are much too concentrated, and so we're committed to getting more competition in and reducing the number of branches for the biggest banks. In the case of energy, I think it's happening in a more organic way, with different companies being allowed to come in, including community or cooperative companies coming in to deliver energy. That's something, again, which I hope the independent competition inquiry is going to look at. We'll see what they say, but definitely we want more diversity, more choice, and I think a stronger role for mutuals. Caroline Flint is our energy spokesperson. I think she and her team have concluded, including Tom Greatrix, who's a big cooperative supporter, that Ofgem just not delivered. And rather than reforming the regulator, we need to start again. We need to reset the market, a new tough regulator which will both care about consumers, very important, and also the long-term needs of investment. And that alongside changing the sort of, at the moment, rather untransparent relationship between people who generate energy and then people who distribute it, to pull those things apart. And those are all important changes, and I don't think this regulator is going to do that, so we're going to reform this in quite a radical way. Oh no, I think definitely cooperative principles are at the basis of that reform, as they are at the basis of our National Health Service more generally. I think an NHS which works for profit, in the particular case of health, turns out to be not only unfair but actually more expensive. So there's good treasury reasons to have a health service based upon cooperation, on good planning and putting the needs of patients first. I think there's a frustration at the moment that sometimes if social care isn't working or is under pressure, that can end up with people more expensively being stuck staying in hospital when they want to get back home or to stay in their home in the community. The way to get the incentives right there is not by competition but by cooperation. So bringing together social care and the National Health Service, having a common plan, merging, pooling budgets together, we think we can deliver a better service and make savings. I think sometimes out there people think, if you're going for a cooperative solution, is that going to cost you more? This is a really good example where actually cooperation can deliver better outcomes and deliver better value for money too. Part of our problem on housing benefit is that housing benefits have been going up, not down. The government's failed to control it because they've not been building homes, and at the same time rents have been rising. So that ends up costing the taxpayer more. In my constituency, we've seen the changes in funding and the rules making it harder for housing associations and housing cooperatives to build. We've seen many people struggling because there aren't enough affordable options in the private renter sector. I have lots of frustration that people can't find affordable homes which they can rent or buy. And then we've had people hit by the bedroom tax as well, some terrible cases. The Tories have never understood housing, and I think we've got to show that a Labour cooperative way can build the homes and then regulate the market in a fair way and give a better deal for taxpayers and for people renting and buying their homes, and that will be central to our plans. We have a report coming very soon from Sir Michael Lyons, who will chart the way forward on housing, and I think that when people look at that, they'll see there's a big role for cooperation and mutuals at the heart of it.